President Joe Biden extended a warm welcome and spoke of major plans while hosting Angolan President Joao Lourenco for the first time. Biden cast this rare Oval Office visit by an African leader as an exemplar of his retooled Africa strategy.
And as you've heard me say before, America is all in on Africa.
Their hour-long meeting Thursday mainly focused on a U.S.-funded rail corridor that runs from Angola's oil-rich coast deep into the African interior, where China and the U.S. are competing for access to resources. It cuts through volatile southern Congo, which is rich in rare earth minerals, and dips into copper-rich Zambia. The two also agreed to hold in 2024 a dialogue focused on the secure and stable supply of energy. The U.S. has held similar talks with oil giant Nigeria.
Portanto, o envolvimento americano no projeto do corredor do Lobito.
The U.S. engagement in the Lobito corridor in telecommunications and energy, mainly green energy, is an evidence of that support, because infrastructures like those will help the development not only of Angola, but the whole African continent.
VOA asked the White House how this corridor, to which Biden has committed $1 billion, can work without peace in Congo, which is part of Lourenco's work as the African Union's top peace envoy. National Security Council spokesperson John Kirby didn't say what steps the administration is taking to support Lourenco's efforts in the troubled region, where matters are further complicated by a few long-serving leaders with large personalities, well-documented violations of human rights, civil liberties, and democratic practices, and a history of interfering in one another's affairs. He did mention Biden's infrastructure and investment plan for the region, PGII.
The president's very excited about this. This is a real landmark effort as part of PGI and helping lower and middle-income countries find sustainable investments in their infrastructure that can not only create jobs but also open up economic opportunities, in this case, all across that southern part of sub-Saharan Africa. So it's very exciting, and we're gonna keep pushing forward with it.
Analysts say the corridor's success depends on lasting peace in Congo, which votes next month in a contest between the incumbent and the leader of the southern state that will host the corridor. But China may also have a role to play.
There's going to be a need to cooperate while also compete with China in order to make the Lobito corridor a success. And I think that's sort of what's happening behind the scenes with China. You know, the Lobito corridor is both competition and to some extent is going to probably be cooperation.
VOA asked what Biden wanted to communicate to Lourenco about criticism of his human rights record.
We never shy away from talking about human rights. The president routinely brings that up.
Lourenco stopped for less than a minute with the gathered press before he left the White House. The meeting, he said, went better than expected. Anita Powell, VOA News, the White House.